as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Miami Dolphins.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready. Scat. Out.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert,
stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
from the 24 now. Here's a 2nd and 5.
32 stinger.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Tua wants to throw it on 2nd down.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And going deep for Hill. Well, that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Dolphins get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At the 33-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. Got his man, it's Williams. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
To throw. Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On 4th down, Joseph Charlton on to punt.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill.
Watch out for Hill on the return. Pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And it'll be Dolphin football.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder,
oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 10. The way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Now the third-year man back and healthy. It's Javonte Williams.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw read him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now it's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, they're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
He'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Montrell Washington on the return from his end zone.
Montrell Washington on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Another
throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's on his way. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Marvin Mims, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. Folk connects on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the...
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
They'll take over first and 10 at their 40-yard line.
Good job right there. Good job right there. 36 power.
After the interception, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Second and 3.
Zebra. Good.
Now Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Javonte Williams out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and short. You talk about this Miami defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
Gotta go. In and out. Let's go. Burn down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And when the time has expired. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. On second down, Tua. Escaping the pressure. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Under pressure, they got him again.
Baron Browning. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. There's the stiff arm. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through. points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Room here to run. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. Now a give to Mostert running right down to about the 37. The Dolphins at 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree with that, and what they told us was that they weren't planning on making any drastic changes. They didn't see the need to shake things up. They were going to continue to plow ahead. They thought they had the right guys on the team and in the locker room. But they do have to start winning some games.
And Waddle going to have a Dolphins first down as the tackle is made at the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. Solo left Zion.
And the slot man goes in motion left. 2 and now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Ready, shot.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
All right, come on.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. No sign of Tua departing. 4th down. They're going for it. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Here's Wilson to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This one swung out to Williams.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Albert Okwuegbunam in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Folk. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you up to Orlando
Final
to check
preparations
in with
being made for the
Coachman
second half,
at our
both
EA
in
Sports
terms of game
halftime
plan
report.
and also hydration, because humidity is really going to catch up to these guys, no doubt. And for the call in the second half, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On second down, Williams. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua, able to shake him off. Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
44. Ready.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he will take it in for the Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert,
His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
and the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go around.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard across midfield.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
And they get this into the hands of Hill, complete. That's good for 28 yards.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great
Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again.
This will be caught. Judy.
27 yards there, a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. Flush to his right.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought...
And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tim Patrick, 50 yards.
And the Broncos are able to cut into that deficit.
Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out... He's tackled at the 15.
15-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
There he goes, right side. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 85 yards. And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Wilson and the Broncos now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson, eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 212 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And now they're in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. A nice gain of 21 yards. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 and now on 1st down. Wide
receiver complete. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 19 yards away. And the Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their two-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he lost the football.
Well, one of the linebackers has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, here's Tua, escaping the pressure right. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Well, it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses. You want the offense to take care of the ball.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Flushed out right.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. My, oh my, 250 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. They'll run right side with Mostert. Patrick Surtain, the all-pro corner, up to make the tackle.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.